Good morning, everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to create Spring Boot CRUD applications. Okay. So in order to build Spring Boot CRUD application, so what are the prerequisites? Okay. What are the prerequisites is required? So we need STS and JDK version, any like 11 or 17 or 1.8, whatever it is. So these are the main things. And after that, so what are the steps it is required? And what are the dependencies which we are going to use it? What are the dependencies which we are going to use? So these are the starters like Spring Web, JPA, or any one of the database we need to take it. And in this video, we are going to implement Lombok also. At the end of the class, I'm going to tell you so how to implement Lombok and what is the necessity of Lombok. And the example which we are going to take it is product in today's class. So these are the model class fields: product ID, name, quantity, and price. And there is one more field. I'm going to keep it in stock. In stock. Suppose the product ID is 101. The product name is mobile. Then quantity. What is the quantity? It is available in our database. Next, what is the price? Suppose 30,000. Either it is in stock, yes or no. Okay, this type of values we are going to store it in our database. So in order to create a project, first we need to go to STS. In this STS, go to File, Create New, click on New, and select Spring Startup Project. So here you need to give your project name, Product CRUD App. Next, come dot xyz dot product. So this is a group ID. So this is the naming standard just we are going to give, and this is a project also, project package name, and just click on next. So here you need to select, first one is Spring Web. Next, JPA. Next one is database. So I'm going to use MySQL database. Okay, just click on this one. Okay, Lombok we'll see later. Okay, how to import Lombok and how to set up the Lombok. Okay, these three things are important. So these are the starters. Just click on finish. Just click on finish. So the project is importing here. So just wait for a few seconds. Okay, now the project is imported. So here, if you see this one, here you could see pom.xml. So pom.xml. So here, so whatever the starters which we have imported from while creating a project, okay, while creating the project, this everything is placed here. This everything is placed here. So this is a Spring Boot version. Okay, this is a group ID which we have been selected for this, and this is a Java version over here, and this is the dependency. Okay, these are the dependencies. So this is a dependency for JPA, and this is a dependency for web, and this is a dependency for MySQL. MySQL. So whenever the dependency get added, right? If you see in the left side, Maven dependencies. So automatically the jar will get download here. So based on this jar, suppose you want to connect with a database. I want to connect with MySQL database. So as soon as if you add this MySQL here, automatically the MySQL connector will get added here. So based on this, so the code is going to connect with a database. So this is the beauty of dependencies. So if it is in Spring, so we need a manual configurations for all the dependencies, but it is in a Spring Boot, just we need to import whatever it is required. So that's it. Then coming to source main Java. Okay, so here we are going to write all our project code, and source main resource is application.properties. So here we are going to write the configurations of our Spring Boot application. Suppose the default port is 8080, and I want to run the application with different port. Okay, server.port. So if you see this one, server.port equal to, I want to run it with 9292. Okay, so then our application will run with on this port, and I want to configure MySQL properties here. MySQL properties. I want to connect with MySQL database, so which we are going to write it here. So all the configuration required things we are going to write it in application.properties. 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 Next. So we will configure, we'll put the configurations later. Okay. First coming to main Java. So this is the base package. So if you open this class, product CRUD applications.java, here you can see. So here we can see. So this is one of the annotation @ Spring Boot application. This contains Spring Boot configuration, @ enable auto configuration, and @ component scan. Okay, these are the three annotations which it is included. So whenever you are going to run your project, it will start the execution from this class. Okay, this class. Okay, in order to build CRUD applications, so what we have discussed, so we need to create packages, different type of packages. Then we need to create a model class, and we will see one by one. So first I'm going to create a package. Just go to main package and give right click and select package here. So here first one is model. The same way you can create the packages, repo, and roller. Next one is service. So this is how we can create the packages. See, the base package is com.xyz.product. So whatever the sub packages, right? So it should be under main package only, under main package only. So there is no change here. Okay, there is no change here. First, we are going to create model class here. So how to create model class? Go to model package, select new, click on class. So what is our class name? Product. Just click on product. So here, so what are the fields it is required for us? Okay, product ID, name, quantity, price, and in stock. Private integer, private integer, product ID. The next field is private string, name, private quantity, price, and in stock. Okay. So the quantity we are going to measure it from integer only. So it's not a string. Next, price, private string, in stock, whether it is a stock is available or not. So the first step is to create model class. So we need to prepare a model class, and what are the fields it is required. Okay, what are the variables? So this we need to prepare it here. So once it is prepared, we need to annotate with @ entity Yeah, first we need to annotate @ entity here, then @ table. So what will happen? So whenever you are going to give @ entity and @ table, so it will create the product table in our database automatically. So no need to create any DDL queries. Okay, that everything we are going to see in this video. Next, so after creation of these variables, just give right click here, go to source. First we need to generate getters and setters. Click on this option. select all. So getters and setters are created. So the next option is go to source, generate toString, click on generate. Next, go to source, generate constructors using fields. Again, go to source, generate constructors from superclass. See, this is auto-generated code only. So after creation of these variables, we need to select getters and setters, toString method, and constructors using fields, and default constructors. Okay. So this is how we can create model class. At end of this class, I'm going to explain how to minimize. Okay, instead of going to generate getters and setters and toString and this code. Okay, how to minimize this code. Okay, I will explain you at the end of the class. So that is called Lombok. Okay, that we'll see later. First concentrate on this thing, how we have generated a model class. So what we have done, so just created class, and what are the variables it is required, just we have placed here, and we have given @entity and @table annotations, and we have generated getters and setters, toString, and constructors using fields, and constructor from superclass. Okay, good. Next, coming to repo. So in this repo, just give right click and click on interface. So my interface name is product repository. Product repository. So then I'm going to extends from JPA repository. JPA repository. So if you observe this one, so what is T? So T is nothing but your model. T is nothing but your model class. So what is your model class? Product. So what is the ID here? So ID is nothing but which we have given in a product ID. So that is data type, whether it is a integer or string, and that you need to give it here. That you need to give it here. Then we need to annotate with @repository. @repository. So this is how we can create repository. So what is the use of this JPA repository? So which I have already explained in previous classes. So if you go to this JPA repository, so there are predefined methods. So find all, save, save all, delete, delete by ID. Okay. So these are the annotations which we need to perform with the SQL operations. Okay. So if you want to perform any SQL operations, we are going to use these predefined methods. We are going to use these predefined methods. Hope you can see the screen now. Okay, fine. So model is done and repository is done. Next, coming to service. So first I'm going to create an interface. So interface means I'm going to give it product service. So product service. So is nothing but here like interface of the product service. Okay. So here I'm going to annotate with @service. @service. Next. So here I'm going to write. So what are the methods we need to implement? Okay. So which I'm going to implement here, like okay, string, create product, and product class. So this is my model. Okay. Create product. Next one is update. Update product. So what are the values? It will come from front end or from Postman. So this is my product. Okay. So what is the return type of this one? So after updating. I'm going to return it as string. So otherwise, I can go with products. Next one is create, update, delete, string, delete product, delete product. So while deleting, so what is the ID they will pass? So product ID, string. Next, we need to fetch. Product details. Get one product. So I need to fetch product details, string, product ID. Next, I need to fetch all the product IDs. Okay. So all the product IDs means, so read all products. So read all products. So no need to pass any input over here. So here, so this is list of products. List of product. So this is very, very important. Just observe here. So what we have written, just we have created one interface. In this interface, we have written all the methods. So it is not yet implemented, but so we have written all these methods. First one is create product. So this is going to save your details into database. And another one is for update product. And another one is for delete and get one and reload and read all products. Okay, fine. So once the interface is created for service class, next we need to implement all these methods. We need to implement all these methods. So go to service package, you right click here, just click on class. So what is the class name? Product service IMPL. IMPL is nothing but implementation. Okay, just click on finish. Just click on this finish. So here implements from iProduct service. So because we have already written all the methods in a iProduct service interface, what you need to do, just create product service IMPL implements from iProduct service. So this is also we need to annotate with @service @service @service. Now in sixth line, here you can see there is one red color. Okay, so if you keep mouse over here, you can see add unimplemented methods. Just click on this one. Just click on this one. See, so whatever the methods which we have written in a interface, so all those methods are displaying here. All those methods are displaying here. Just we will implement one by one. Just we will implement one by one. Just we will implement one by one and we'll see. So first one is create product. Create product. Okay, fine. So here, before going to write this code, so what we need to do is, so we need to import, so we need to auto wire for product repository. Product repository. So what is our repository? Private product repository. I'm going to keep it as repo. I'm going to keep it as repo. Just give auto wire. Just give auto wire. So this is the annotation @auto wire, which it is going to create an object for the classes, and you can use it from anywhere. Okay. So for product repository, I need to access this product repository. So that is the reason I have auto void here. And based on this object, I am going to use save, delete, or update, whatever it is. Okay. So this is like creating an object for this class. Okay. Just coming to string create product. So what we need to do? Repo dot save product. Repo dot save product. So if you want to keep any displays over here, just give sysout inside create product method. Inside create product method. Just we can keep like this. Okay. So here I'm going to display the string, right? I'm going to return the string. So what type of message we need to place it? So here, just you can say, okay, I'm going to return with the product ID. Just I'm going to return the product ID. So this is the result. return result dot get product ID. Change method type to return integer. Okay, fine. This I'm going to change it as integer. So here also I'm going to change it as an integer. So because our product ID is in integer value, so what we are doing here, so just we are saving the details. So entire our model class object. So repo.save, just we are saving, and just we are returning the product ID. Okay, once the details get saved, then we are returning this product ID details. Then come to controller, create controller class, product controller, product controller. So here we need to use an annotation, REST controller. So because this is an controller class, so here we need to auto void for service methods. Private iProduct service and service. Estimate is auto void. Okay, just observe here. Just observe here. So what are the operations we need to perform? So first one is save and update, delete, get one product, list all products, list all products. So in order to perform save, right? In order to perform save, here we are going to write method public. So I'm going to use it as response entity class, response entity. So here we are going to display it as a string. So string is my output. Next, create product or save product. So just observe here. So here we are going to use the annotation as @request body. I'll tell you what is the request body and everything. So the request body and product and product. Just add return statement here. So this is my method. So here I'm going to post some values. So that's why we are going to use post mapping. Post mapping. So what is the value of this? I'm going to use it as save. Save. Just observe. Just observe here. I'm going to keep it on display here. Create product controller. So the request will come to here. Then we need to invoke service methods. Service dot. So what is the method we need to invoke? So which we have already created for create product. Just click on this one, create product, and pass this object. Okay, product values. Then, so what is the return type of this one? So the return type of this one is integer. So here we need to build. Here we need to build a response. Return new response entity. So response entity product. So what is the product ID? So create product contains product ID value. So we are constructing the output message. Product 1 saved successfully. And saved successfully. Then if it is success, HTTP status code as HTTP status dot OK. So just see, so it's very simple. So what we have done, so first one which we have created for all the interfaces. Okay, in this interface class, in this interface, we have written all the methods. For that, implementation is present in service IMPL. As of now, just we have written for only for create product. So here we are auto wiring for repository. So all those values we are going to save it in this repo by using this save method. Then coming to controller, as of now, which we have written code for save. So what we are doing, so just we have created our own method, create product, and we are getting all the values from request body. This is a product model class, and we are auto wiring the service methods, and by using this service dot create product, just we are passing the values here. So the next thing is, so first at least we'll test this one only for save method. In order to test this one, we need to configure application.properties. Application.properties. So I will take it from my previous project. So these are the values it is required. So these are the properties it is required to run our Spring Boot application. Batch-3, I'm going to keep it here. So this is the driver class. So this is the driver class, pom.mysql cj.jdbc driver, and this is the URL, and this is the username and password. And here, this is the DDL auto like. So normally we used to keep create and drop. So if you give create and drop, so whenever we are going to run this application, it will drop the table and it will create newly. So instead of going to do that one, so what we are going to use it here, just we are going to use update, so that the table will get create only for single time and we are not going to lose our data. Okay, just run this application. Okay, before going to run this, we'll go to MySQL Workbench. First we will see how many databases it is available. So these are the databases it is available in MySQL, but we are going to use it as Batch-3. So there is no database it is available. So just create one Batch-3 database. So the database is created. Use Batch-3 show tables. See, if you see this one, there are no tables it is present in a Batch-3. Batch-3. So the application is running. No identifier specified for an entity. Okay, fine. So here we need to annotate with the @ID, and so this is an this is like a primary key, and here we are going to use it as @generated value. So automatically the value will get generate. So no need to pass any product ID value here. @generated value. Try to run this application. So if you see this one, Tomcat initialized with the port is 9292. Okay, fine. See, Tomcat started with on port 9292. So the application is started. Okay, now we can go to database. Now you can go to database and check. See, did we run any DDL queries to create this project? Sorry, this table? No, right? So this is get created our Spring Boot application by using that JPA repository. Select star from product. Select star from product. Just observe here. See, the table is created, but there are no data is present in the table. Product ID in stock is there, name, price, and quantity. So how it got created? Because of this model class which we have given as @entity and @table. So based on this one, this table got created in our database by using these property values. In this database, batch3 database. Okay, that's fine. Now we have written the code to save the data. Just try to test that one. Okay, before going to do this, so I need to annotate @request mapping. I need to set base path for this request mapping. Just give /API/v1/product. So this is my base path for entire application. And this is a save method. Okay, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to run the application. So because I have made some changes. Here. So meanwhile, I'll go to Postman. So what is the HTTP method type? Post. We need to post some values. Localhost 9292/API/v1/product. So this is my base path. So after that, so what is my method? Save method. API/v1/product. After that, save method. Then we need to pass product values. Just click on this body. Click on this raw. Just click on this JSON. So here we need to prepare our input request for this method. So the product ID is automatically generating the project itself. So the next, what are the fields? It is there? Go to model class. Name, quantity, price, and in stock. So this is how we need to prepare. Name is mobile. So which type of mobile? So that also you can keep it. Okay. So this is for testing. Name. After that, quantity. So what is the quantity it is available? So there is a quantity, it is available 100. Next, price. Price is, so the entire quantity price. So this is not single piece, okay. 37. Next, in stock is yes or no. So the stock is available. So just I'm going to keep it as yes. So this is how we need to prepare our input. See, you can observe. So the product ID, which we are not passing at all, because in the code itself, we have given as @generated value. So just try to run this query. So before going to run this one, I'm going to explain what will happen. So this is called request body. Okay. So this is called request body. So this all the values will come and will get mapped with this product object. This product object. Then we are going to call this service method. So this service method will return the product ID. So based on that product ID, we are telling like, okay, the product ID saved successfully. Okay, just try to run this. Let's try to run this. See, product. So here you can see one saved successfully. Product one saved successfully. Just go to database. Go to database and run this query. See, one, yes, mobile and 30,000.37 and quantity is 100. Okay, the same way, I need to insert some more values. Laptops, instead of 100 quantity, I'm going to give it as 300. Just give send. See, product 2 saved successfully. So if you try to run this query, so here you can see the value of this one. Okay. Next, TVs. Quantities, I'm going to keep it as 400. Try to send. See, product 3 saved successfully. So are we generating, are we passing this value 1, 2, 3? So we are not passing anything. So this product ID is automatically generating from our code itself. Our code itself. So this is how we can save the data. This is how we can save the data. Okay, that's fine. Saving is fine. Next we will see get one product. Get one product. So I want to get, so whatever the values which we have inserted into database, I'm going to fetch those values. I'm going to fetch those values. So how to fetch? Come to controller, write a method for that. Public response entity. So what is T here? So T is nothing but our model class. Our model class. Next, get one product. So this is my method. So here, just observe, get one product. So this is my method. Before going to implementation of this method, we need to annotate with get mapping. So because we are going to get the values, get mapping here. So in this get mapping, so what is the value you need to keep? So this is my endpoint, 1 or get, whatever it is, 1. So here, product ID. Product ID, we need to pass it from Postman. Okay, so I want to fetch, suppose I want to fetch the second product ID details. I want to fetch first product ID details. I want to fetch third product ID details. So I know only product ID. So based on that product ID, I need to fetch it. So in that case, you need to use @ path variable here, path variable. So this is product ID is integer. Product ID is integer. Then product ID. Product ID. So I'm going to pass product ID here. So the previous one, which we are going to pass, what we are going to pass it. So we are going to pass entire object for product. So these values we are passing, these entire values. But this scenario, we are not passing this object. Just we are passing product ID. Suppose 1/3. So the user will pass only this type of input. Product 1/3. So if we give send, so it won't give any result because we didn't return anything for this method. Okay. Integer product ID. Right. So here, if you want, you can keep display so that we can understand, okay, the controller came to this method, get one product, controller inside. Next, service dot. So here we have written already create product, delete product, get one product, read all products. Just select get one product here. So after selection of this get one product, so here you need to pass the product ID value. So get one product. Okay, this is considering as a string. So just change this one also. So instead of integer, I'm going to keep it as string for these methods. So after calling this one, right? So this is my result. Just how we need to construct this message. So how we need to construct? So just return new response entity. So here you can give result comma http status dot okay. http status dot okay. So what we are doing here, so it's very simple. So here we have written get mapping. So inside this get mapping, so after getting this one and product ID, so we are considering as that is a path variable, and we are calling this service method. Okay, service dot get one product method. So here we are passing this product ID. So in this get product ID, so what is the value it is present? So here we didn't implement anything for this method. So just we need to write the code for this method. Okay. So where we are going to get the values, we need to get the values from repo dot get by ID. So this is a predefined method, get by ID. So in that get by ID, just we are going to pass the value product by ID. Okay, product ID. So not get by ID, 1 minute. Repo dot get by ID, get one product. Just pressing. Get by product ID. Okay. Repo dot okay. Repo dot sorry, find by ID. So not get by ID. Find by ID. So in this find by ID, we are going to pass our input value, product ID value. Okay. So this we are going to store it in our output as find by ID. So here we are going to display as find by ID dot get object. Okay. Find by ID dot get object. Okay. Let's try to execute this one. Let's try to execute this one. So now the application is in up. Let's try to see. So how many values it is present in our database. So there are 3 values. So now the application is up and running. Go to Postman. So I want to fetch the value for product ID as 3. Just click on this one. See, if you observe this one, see these values as coming from database. So I want to get the value as 2. See, 2 laptops, okay, 300, 3000 a day. Suppose I have given the product ID as 5, which it is not present in our database, which it is not present in database. See, this time it is giving us internal server error, But actually we need to show as the product ID is not present in database. So that we will see it in a exception handling case. Okay. So as of now, we will go through with the successful scenarios. Okay. This is how we can fetch for the particular ID. So the same way, I need to get it for all the products. So in that case, what we need to do? So list of all products. So that's very simple. So just copy paste these lines of code. So instead of one product, so just give all. So I'm going to change it as get all product, and no need to pass any path variable here. Just observe here. So what is the response? So the response is product. The response is product. But if you want to fetch all the values, right? If you want to fetch all the values, so that is list of products. So this is very, very important. So what is the return type? Okay, always you need to remember. Okay, so this is list of product values. We need to get it from database. Get all product controller inside. So this is for our understanding purpose. And here, if you observe, service dot. So what is the method? Read all products method. Okay, read all products method. So this method we are going to call it. So after calling this method, so the result will get stored into this variable. Okay, this variable. So read all products we are returning. Read all products we are returning. So it's very simple. So what we have done, so just we are returning get mapping, and here this is our endpoint slash all. And so what is the response in which we need to display it as list of all the products. So inside this, so we have already written the method for this one, service dot read all products. Now it will go to service method read all products. So where is this implementation? This implementation is present in service IMPL. It will come here. So here just we are returning as null. So we didn't implement anything. So here I am going to implement repo dot find all. So find all is a method. See, find by ID is a method for to get only for one value. Find all is a method to fetch all the values from a database. So this is find all. Just return this find all to this method. So what will happen whenever this read all products will get execute? It will come here. I'll keep this place also for your understanding. This out inside read all service method. Okay, read all service method. Just observe here. So I have made a changes. So just I'm going to run the project now. Inside read all service method. So first the controller will get execute. Okay, so the request will come here, read all. So here we are invoking this service method, service dot read all products. It will come. So the request will come to service. So it will try to identify. So where is the implementation of this method? And this implementation is present in service IMPL class. Okay. So the request will come here and it will execute this line. And the next it will go to repo.find all. So it will directly interact with the database and it will try to identify all the values and it will return it. Okay. So just try to execute that one. So now the service is up and running. See, if you want to execute for only, if you want to get only for one employee ID, one product ID, you can use this one, 1 and 2, 3 or something like this. If you want to fetch all the products, then localhost 9292 API / v1 / product. So here, what is the value? It's an all. It is an all. See, just observe here. So here you can see product ID is 1, product ID is 2, product ID is 3. So here you can see whatever it is present in our database, like the 3 values, the 3 product details, so which it is displayed. Okay. Now the application is up and running. So anyway, I'm going to store another value. Just we will see. Okay. So what is the product I can keep? Okay. So I'm going to keep it as chair. See, product 4 saved successfully. So here itself we can test it. So whether it is present or not. Okay, I'm going to give it as 4, product 1, 4. So here we can see the details of the chair details. Next one is I want to fetch all the product details. Just give all. Just give all. See 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is a we can fetch all those values. So far we have seen only save, get one product, get all products. So what are it is pending? Update and delete is pending. Okay. Update and delete is pending. And the exception handling also pending and Lombok is pending. So that we will see in a evening class. Okay.